Good afternoon, one sober to another. I decided to shoot this video this afternoon to talk to you about call somebody before you take that first drink. Here we go. All right, check it out. A buddy of mine earlier came up to me and told me, how much he is really craving. First, before I run into any of that, I wanted to thank AK Free Your Ghost for sending me a envelope full of bracelets that I'm going to give away on this channel in 2 weeks. The way it's going to work is, first you got to subscribe to the channel One Sober to Another and be a part of this squad. Follow me on Instagram at One Sober to Another, and also follow or tag at FreeYourGhost, AK Free Your Ghost, on Instagram or Twitter or both. At random, I'm going to select 2 winners for the bracelets, and you'll be a part of the AK Free Your Ghost team, as well as the One Sober to Another channel and the One Sober to Another squad, so we can keep this message rolling. All right, so I wasn't going to make this video. I hadn't planned on making any video until tomorrow morning for the daily reflections, as well as the video that I'm going to have on Saturday. A buddy of mine came up to me. He told me how bad he's been craving a drink since he got home from vacation. And that was kind of concerning for me because not only is he new in sobriety, but again, I'm not spreading anybody's business, but it's a little concerning. But so he's telling me he's a little new in sobriety. He got back from vacation. He's been craving a drink here and there. And that's a normal thing, new in recovery, to actually any time in recovery, to crave a drink. It's about what you do with those cravings that can either send you into a slip or a relapse, or allow you to persevere and excel or succeed in your sobriety, so to speak. I'm not here to pitch anybody's sobriety method, or am I here to place any judgment, because that's not what we do on One Sober to Another. What we do is we try to help each other through our experience, strength, and hope, and that's what I hope to achieve with this video. So cravings, will subside over time once your obsession of alcohol is relieved. But more alarming, if you if you think about your craving too much, you could find yourself, like I did, making it a reality. I found myself at a liquor store getting another 6-pack, which led to a case, which led to a week, which led to another year of drinking. And I would hate to see that happen to any of you or my buddy who is suffering from cravings in his new sobriety. Being sober is not easy. If it was, everybody would jump and, find the quickest way to get sober versus the quickest way to get drunk or high. I wish that I could tell this person the exact method they should use. What I can suggest is what they're already doing is they're attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. But I recommend that before you take that first drink, because that is the key to being sober, before you take that first drink, call your sponsor, call another sober person, because we do care, and keeping you sober keeps us sober. So call, pick up the phone and call somebody, as uncomfortable as it may seem, because that could be the difference between you going back out on a binge or on a run. The next thing that he brought up was a few videos back, I talked about a gentleman who had to actually be taxied or bused from the United Kingdom to here for treatment because of his insatiable amount of alcohol intake and his inability to function. A lot of us has been there. I've been there, and that's truly concerning. But so he went for detox, he went for treatment, and again, no judgment, but this is the difference between a phone call and the rest of your life, and or the lack of it. That's how important it is. The person was detoxed and received some treatment and then was released. Upon the release, the gentleman was placed on antidepressants and some other medications in order to curb his enthusiasm, so to speak. To navigate his sobriety, so to speak, or I said that again, but to navigate this person's idea of sobriety, instead of drinking a bottle of vodka every night, the person has switched to wine. Now, many of us have tried to find an easier, softer way in order to get sober, in order to stop drinking, without success. Because the only way to do it is through hard work and dedication and the desire to not drink. I'm not here to preach to anybody whatsoever, because a good friend, well, who's becoming a good friend of mine, Kevin, he said in a video recently, we are the sum of our parts. And I absolutely believe that. And what he meant by that is the things that have made us who we are today is what makes us the same person in sobriety, and it's what makes us the same person as an active addict or an alcoholic. The events that we go through in life shape who we are and who we think and how we believe things and how we perceive the world. And he laid it out so beautifully, and his link is below. I recommend his channel. Go check it out, as well as AK FreeYourGhost and No More Wino Def. Check her out as well. I'll leave the link below. You'll see it. Check her out. She's awesome. But, so what he was pointing out is that, and this may have happened to this gentleman, but I don't know his whole history. And I apologize for rambling in this video, but, you know, I just had to put it out there because this is important. So for Kevin, you can see his story on his channel, and I recommend it. But in my light, you know, I was abused as a child. I was sexually abused by my... I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want to put that out. I was tortured. I suffered codependency, abandonment. I had issues socializing all through my life. And these are the things that made me a very disgruntled, angry teenager who not only left home, I became abusive in my relationships as well. As my alcoholism exploded out of control, and you can see my story on I'm Not Just an Alcoholic, that card is above. As I exploded as an alcoholic, you know, it was just so far out of control from the second it started that I had no chance of catching up with it. And I used to blame all these circumstances on why I drank. And it becomes a little more clear to me every day that I'm sober that those same events have made me the resilient person that I am today. And what I said to Kevin through a comment was, not only are we the sum of our parts, but in recovery, we are actually the strength of all of our experiences together. And through those experiences intersecting, as people connect with each other, our recovery builds and our recovery becomes stronger and more paramount. And I think I explained that well. Leave a comment below if I just mumble jumbled that up. And for the gentleman that is trying to curb his sobriety by saying it's wine, one bottle of wine versus one bottle of vodka versus medication versus almost certain death if he doesn't stop. Not everybody can be saved, and the sum of our parts can sometimes consume us unless we reach out to somebody else who understands it. and it's not going to be your next door neighbor who has never taken a drop of alcohol or never did a drug or never experienced any kind of trauma. It's not going to be the physician that prescribes you the medications who has never experienced an alcoholic parent. It's going to be those people in the rooms who are going to help you come through and pull you through and help be your support system through your recovery. I think I beat that in the head enough. I'm not sure if I lost anybody, because I kind of lost myself a little bit, but that's cool. That's all I really wanted to discuss in this video is, you know, if you are thinking about drinking or you are thinking about using, before you do, before you make it a reality, pick up the phone and call somebody. Pick up the phone and call somebody. Or there are plenty of Zoom meetings online, and they're absolutely free, and you can see someone face to face. Hell, if you want, hit me up on my Instagram at One Sober to Another, or my Twitter, and I will ensure that I give you a face to face. How's that for genuine? Okay. Also, there are many resources below in the links. Hit those. And this is not a video to pitch for you to subscribe, because, well, because shit, it's not. Okay. So give it a like if it helped you out, or if you got any value out of it. And buddy, if you're watching the one that is suffering and you need help, don't drink. Call me. You have my phone number. You have my phone number. Call me before you pick it up, before you pick up a drink, man. It's very critical. I look forward to hearing from all of you. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Watch out for tomorrow's daily reflections. I missed today because I messed up the date. I did a full video on the 29th though, so I'll go ahead and shoot that out on the 29th. But tomorrow we'll be diving into 28 August. So tune in. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy your evening. It's beautiful outside. The temperature dropped a little bit. I'm One Sober to Another, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.